Okay, my name is Loice, Njeri Kahura. I'm a youth. Of course, I'm below 35 years. I've done marketing management. It's a diploma level. And at the moment, because of maybe looking for a job for so long, I decided I'm going to venture into business. So I started my own salon.
For how long did you look for work?
I think it was a period of like 4 years or so. Because I remember when I came to Nakuru, I started going to different companies, maybe delivering my CVs. And then after delivering my CVs, I was being told I will be called back. So that trend continued for so long before I joined now the college to study what I studied.
Initially, what had you studied?
I didn't have any credential for anything.
When you were looking for work initially, you had not cleared school, that is what you mean?
No, I had finished Form 4.
Oh, Form 4.
But I hadn't gone to college.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And you were dropping a CV as a Form 4?
Yes, I was confident enough because when I cleared Form 4, I got some jobs. Like, nilifanya job kwa bookshop. And then I was employed in an NGO. We were acting or something of the sort. So I had that confidence in me that when I apply for any job I will get, even before I go for the college. Yes.
So you spent a period after high school. Usually it's a few years before, it's a few months before you go to college. But didn't you have those plans of going to college immediately? Why were you looking for work at that period?
Okay, I think when I finished Form 4, I got these jobs, like immediately. So I was used to working. But at the back of my mind, I was thinking like, after maybe I do that job, because my parents were not well off, so they couldn't afford like to take me to college immediately. So I had to hustle first, get the cash, and then go to college.
You wanted to pay or to support your parents paying fees?
Yes.
Yeah, that is good. And now, eventually you went to college and studied marketing?
Yes, I went to college, but unfortunately maybe I was not that serious with schooling because I was used to money. And then when I went to college, I think I studied for like a few months, like 4 months. The first semester I cleared, I passed very well. And then, being a girl, and maybe I wanted to explore maybe being a boy, being a girlfriend to somebody, then I got into a relationship. Then I had fun, got pregnant. So I had to drop out of school first.
Eventually, did you go back to clear your course?
That was after like 2 years, because that period of carrying that pregnancy, and then the period of maybe caring for that baby for 1 year. Then after that, then you go back to school.
Okay.
So that was a break of like 2 years again.
Okay. Do you feel that affected your job hunting?
Yeah, it really did, because when you're a new parent, you don't know these responsibilities about caring about a baby. So you had like to like be in a shell somewhere and then take care of your issues before now thinking I'm supposed to go back to school.
Okay. So I mean, when you went to school, you cleared and went back to job hunting. Did you find it stressful? What informed your decision to go into business right now? Was it out of frustration, or you always wanted to start your business?
Okay, initially, before now I went to school, I really wanted to get employment. Okay, to be employed. Okay. But after schooling, after maybe finishing my attachment, I thought maybe I could get now job immediately, but it couldn't happen. Okay. So I hunted for that job for a while, then I gave up. So I decided to just sit down. Then after like 1 year, somebody called me and told me, Loice, there's an opportunity in Mombasa. can you be available? You take that opportunity and go and work there. I told the person, yes, I can do that. So my plan was I was going to Mombasa. Then when I reached Nakuru, because it was my first stop before I went, yes. So I came here, and then another person told me there's a job here in Nakuru. And that job was the job that I studied, and I really wanted to work as a receptionist. So I was told to go to a school. I worked for some few months, like for 4 months, but the job was not paying well, though I was enjoying the job so very much. So I decided to work there. Then I felt bored, then I quit the job. So after quitting, I was wondering, am I supposed to go back to Mombasa to now take the opportunity that I had initially been called to do? And then something told me that just stay in Nakuru, maybe you can get something else to do. So I stayed in Nakuru. I think it was like half a year. I didn't get another offer. So then Corona happened. So when Corona happened, I thought to myself, now I cannot find any employment because people right now are being sacked. They're not even hiring other people. So that idea of maybe opening my own salon came in mind.
Thank you so much. It's been a very rich experience, a lengthy experience for you. And the same case applies to very many job seekers also out there. What is evident with a candidate like Loice is she is packed with talent. She's very talented, capable of a lot. Then she's done acting, she's worked as a receptionist, I think. She's worked in several places until even now she's choosing to do her own form of employment. For a multi-talented candidate like Loice, you really need guidance from way back in school. If you are still a candidate in school, you could use your careers department in school if that is functional, so that when you step out of school, you can be guided well on where to go. First, Loice started getting employment even before she went to college. And in that case, she says that it got her to like money. And again, that calls for guidance from the guardians and parents. But even after that, she goes to, she says she got into a relationship, had her kid, which she feels slightly paused her career ambitions, and then back to employment again. What you need to know is when you are like her, again work with somebody who will help you to package your skills and strengths. Not very many young people are even aware of what they can do. So if you're with somebody who really cares about your career advancement, they will guide you on an assessment that will get you to know where your strengths are. When you know where your strengths are, you can start applying to the right places. Another thing she did is she already got opportunities like where she worked, and maybe she felt like the salary was not enough. In a case like that, everyone who's been employed is almost always looking for something better. So you don't drop out very quickly. You tap that experience and start applying for other places, because if you're working in a particular school, maybe they are not at a point of paying you the amount you want. You can start applying to another school, maybe a bigger school. In that case, you'll take advantage of your current experience here to apply to the other one, and it's easier than when you didn't have any experience at all. Point number 2 is when you're working somewhere, do networking, professional networking. Those networks that you can establish at your current workplace can really help you to advance.